It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos, and it's all up next.
Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip and Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Denver. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
This one complete to Palmer. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Second and a yard. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And now again he loses the football.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Gus Edwards. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. He'll try and run for the first down with Edwards. 17 yards on that play. First down, L.A.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man's got it. That's Chark. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Dobbins, and he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That is caught to the goal line and in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. This one to the tight end, Trotman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Third and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And That's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Chargers offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. That's to the tight end, Hurst. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They fake the handoff. Now Herbert finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Throwing, Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
3rd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. Now the Chargers will use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. There is his tight end, Dissly. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Herbert to throw on second down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw is Nix. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with first and 10. Throwing is Nix. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Second down, Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Through the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 10-7. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Herbert now on 1st down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. And back deep is Marvin Mims. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Broncos offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That one caught. Devon Vele. Still going. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos are on top. It's 14-10. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return is McConkey. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
They send the tight end in motion. Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a 1st down, up to the 34.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A run with Dobbins. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On play action, now Herbert. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, L.A.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Pistol here for Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Herbert to the air again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
trailing late. They've got to go here. It's fourth down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take it over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. He connects with Disley. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
This throw taken in by Hurst. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point.
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. It's another run here for Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.